Stay tuned to watch me work in my new suite for the very first time, and also a quick tutorial on how to achieve curved parts. But first, this is my client's reactions to the new place. What's up? Shout out to my clients, man. The last year or so has had a lot of transitions in me figuring out spaces and where I want to work. I've had to go into traveling to meet my clients, and also working out of home where I didn't necessarily have the most comfortable space, but you guys keep following me all around town. So today I'm doing a trial run in a suite that I'm interested in booking. So I had one of my triple OG faithful clients come through for me and help me to get a good assessment of the space and see what he thinks about it. So let's go ahead and jump into these stitch braids.
Do you know what we're doing?
No. I was getting around and asking him if he would have just gave me a chance. No, but this is a really good example of how everything begins with the middle part. Even if I'm not keeping a middle part, I begin pretty much every style. Like, it would have to be kind of an extreme freestyle for me to not start with the middle part, but I try to always start with the middle part because I feel like that helps me keep things in proportion. So when I'm doing stitch braids, even when I'm doing a design, I follow the same type of setup that I would if I were doing straight back stitch braids. So I split the section of hair in half, and then I part the number of sections that I need in the back half of the head. Now, I didn't notice that my angle was really off until it was way too late to go back. So I'll try to get another video where I'm showing how I part the back out. But after I part out the sections in the back, I just do the same thing in the front to make sure that I have the right number of sections. So I'm doing 3 on this side. I'm making the parts in the front just match what I've already done in the back. That way I know that there's enough space for the braids in the back. I also just have a good idea of the direction that my braids are going in and what they need to be doing, because that's just how it works for me. I know there are some braiders who are like freestyle braiders who are really cold with their art, and they don't do a lot of pre-parting and pre-planning. That's not me, okay? If you are more like me and you are trying to get to the place where you are a super like freestyle braider, I think that this is a good way, because I notice now that I plan less than I used to. So I know for a fact that starting off with some type of structure, so even if you don't want to follow like what I do, beginning with some type of structure or like way that you go into doing a freestyle is going to be beneficial for you to basically create a system that you follow every time you do freestyles. Okay, so I made the parts straight just to make sure, get an idea of how much hair should be in each section, but then I go over the straight lines and just make them curved. I have a similar video where I'm doing the same thing in zigzag. I just part it out straight or in the direction that I want it to go in, and then go over it and make it curved or zigzagged or whatever type of extra design that you're trying to add to it. Now here we're just getting into a stitch braid. I didn't have all of the steps of a stitch braid tutorial like recorded, and I do have some on my page, and I don't mind making like a new one, but just some key things to keep in mind on stitch braids. Same things I kind of always say. You want a good product, you want it distributed well. I use a stitch nail on my pinky. I glue it on and take it off at every client. I also just take a nail file just to sharpen the nails, but I buy the nail stilettos so they are already in the shape that I need, and I just take them off when I finish with my clients. You want to make sure that you have the hair nice and blown out. He came to me really blown out today. I got to give my clients props when they come to me blown out well, because Lord knows I be talking about y'all when y'all do not come to me blown out well. So I got to keep that same energy when things are looking good and nice and smooth. But you know, try to keep your pieces even. He's faking. I'm not hurting him. That did not hurt. So Anyway, the rest of the video, I am just braiding, so I'm gonna play some music out to the end. So another thing to keep in mind when you're doing freestyle type stitch braids is what direction your braid is going in. Sometimes your braid is gonna follow the part. Sometimes your braid might be like straight, even though you have like some sort of design in the parting. That's gonna be up to you. That's part of your freestyle. That's part of your design. That's part of your flair and how you get the job done. But thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of the video. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all the things, and I will be back with something new for you guys next week. Thanks.